Hi! Since we have learned about the fundamentals of the list in Python, let's dive into some more in-depth subjects regarding that. So what we're going to learn about first is called nested lists. Okay? So if you have heard the nested before, it means that it's a term stating that it's something inside of something. Like a nested list is actually a list inside of a list. So let me give you an example, okay? So let me put a markdown here saying that this is nested list, and this goes like this. Let's suppose we have a list called new list, okay? So my new list is going to be equal to, open the square parentheses and say like 1 4, let's have a string in here, okay? So if I want to add a list inside of that list, can I do it? Of course we can. You can either use the append method, or you can just assign a new value to it, and like you can say new list is again like 1 for a, but with this time with a new list inside a list, and inside that we have 3 and c. So let's say shift enter, and now our new list actually equals to this. Okay, so let's suppose we want to get the list inside of that list. How do we do it? Like we can say new list, and this is 0 1 2 3, right? This is the third index, fourth element. So if I say 2, it will give me a, and if I say 3, it will give me the nested list. So this is going to be 3c. So if I want to, I can just assign this to be another variable, like nested list is new list third. Okay, so if I hit shift enter, now my nested list is equal to a list of 3 and a c. As you can see, it gives out the list inside of a list. So let's suppose I want to get the c out of it, so I can say nested list 1, right? But actually there is much simpler way to accomplish this, accomplish reaching out c. What I have could done is just to use the new list with 2 indexes in order to get to the c, like new list 3, and it will give me the nested list, then 1, right? So it just calculates the third index and then the first index of that array. So since it returns an array, it can find the first index of that nested array as well. So this is one of the areas that we see Python is really flexible compared to the other programming languages as well. So you cannot do that in other programming languages, most of the other programming languages. So let's see another example. Let's suppose we have our list again, new list, and can we do that slicing thing that we used to do in the strings? Like getting some proportion of it, or using starting point or stopping point. Of course we can. Like I can say 2 colon and empty. If I hit shift enter, what will happen, do you think? Of course it will start at the index 2, and it will get me from 2, okay, from 2 until the end. So this is A3C. So if I say new list colon 2 this time, it will give me up to 2, and it will stop at the index 2, so it will give me only 1 and 4. So we can use the slicing thing in lists as well. I believe you now see the resemblance between the strings and the lists, and remember, we're going to use lists a lot when we deal with ethical hacking part as well. Now let's save this, and in the next lecture we're going to learn something called dictionaries.